Alright, so separated off from the group now. We're sort of doing my own thing, but the weather is now absolutely brilliant and it's warm. I'm not freezing my butt off anymore. There's no complaints there. It's been a really good day. Yeah, left the other guys up. They stopped off for lunch in at Belbert Hotel, but I've got still another 5 hours of riding, so I want to get as, you know, put as much miles, you know, much time in the saddle as I can do at any one time. So I want to get home before it gets dark. And if I stop for lunch with them, we'll end up talking shit for 45 minutes, and you know, if I go on ahead and just stop when I get really hungry, I'm just going to be able to eat and just get going again. Making one slight little detour just for a nostalgia trip. Family used to travel out to Nicholson, so I'm just going to go by the caravan park that we used to and take a cheeky photo of the bike and send it to our family friends that we used to go with and be like, hey, recognise this place. It seems kind of familiar, just as a little in-joke. Yeah, it's been a really enjoyable group ride. It's a shame I have to work tomorrow, or else I would have stuck with the group tonight and gone home with them tomorrow. But it is what it is, you know. I didn't want to, you know, take some time off for it, so just, yeah. Also because it was all, I got invited, not super late, but it got organised pretty late compared to what the group that I went with, what they normally do, because of all the COVID restrictions and stuff like that. They left it a little bit later because they didn't know what was going to be going on in Victoria and New South Wales. Like, would we be allowed across the border, and would we be allowed back if we went across the border in the first place? But obviously that got all sorted, and we're able to cross the border. And yeah, it was a really good trip. I was really happy with it. I was really glad I got invited along. So there's the turn off to Orbost. Yeah, I had an absolute blast. I'm not supposed to turn off there, am I? No. Alright, good. Yeah, so gonna pop in to that caravan park, take a cheeky photo. While I'm there, I'm gonna message a friend of mine who lives in Bairnsdale and see if they're available at a really short notice. Yeah, we're gonna be, there's the turn off to Marlow. Am I going down there? We've got the audio turned off of my phone just to save, like the Bluetooth, my headset turned off just to save a bit of battery, because I'm just conscious, as much as I pretty much know what my way home from here, I'm conscious of the fact if I do unfortunately have a stack or for some reason mismanage my petrol, even though I never really do, I've got some way to get myself sorted. This guy away for letting me run some fast. Yeah, it's this is a really beautiful area as well. Pretty sure that road I think goes off Buchan memory. Yeah, we're not going to pass through Buchan. Yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update. So this is still obviously day 3 of the Cooma ride. Just trying to help piece together the trip for you, those listening at home. It has been an absolute great experience. Just my piece of advice: if you do the trip, bring layers, right? You know, I am now barely at a comfortable temperature, even though it is the end of November, start of December, well, just about to be December. It's still, when you're on the bike, it's not hot enough that when you're on the bike, you're just normal temperatures. I'm just going to check the last, how long it's been since the last filled up. I got plenty. Yeah, so we just, I think the speed limit dropped and I just missed it. Yeah, it's been a really good trip. I think this is what you should be doing, in my opinion, on bikes at least once a year, is just doing a big trip with a group of mates and having a good time. I'm, you know, like, yeah, the weekend spurs at Reef and Spur or Black Spur or Yarra Boulevard, I think it's really popular with some of the more inner city people. They're good fun, but I think these big ones where you really get to go out and see the country that you're in, whether that be Australia or whether that be, you know, the US or France, or I better be conscious of that fishing line that is hanging off the back of that dude's boat when I go to overtake him. I'm just going to drop back a little bit because of that. Yeah, I think it's really important, no matter what country you live in, to experience it. Bikes is a great way if you want to just take your four-wheel drive or just your car in general and do a trip across your country, do that. But yeah, I think it's a really, really important thing to do, is to actually see your country, especially a country like Australia where it's so geographically huge. Yeah, I'm really not liking the fact that that fishing line is there. I'm going to make sure I'm well clear of it and go past. I'm just not keen at all to be near that fishing wire at 100 kilometers an hour. Just because, yeah, no, yeah, could have been ended really badly. Looks like we've got roadworks coming up, so just going to slow down a little bit. But yeah, the sun's come out. I'm probably going to be sunburnt by the end of this, in the back of my neck and all that. But yeah, seeing your country, I think, is a really, really important thing to do. And like, we barely scratched the surface of what there is to see in Australia on this weekend. To actually get around and see everything that's worthwhile to see in Australia, I reckon would take you a year. You'd actually have to take a year off work and just focus on I'm gonna go see everything in Australia, spending at least a couple of months in each state. Tasmania you could probably get away with a bit less than a month, just because of how physically small it is. But yeah, I think this guy is thinking of letting me go past, but I'm gonna have to definitely go against that, drop a couple of gears. Yep, looks like there's a bit of roadworks going on here. But yeah, I think everyone should take a trip out of around their country at some point in their lives, preferably when you're a bit younger, just because then you get to kind of dictate the pace. Well, if you're going a bit older, you've probably got your kids with you, and kids, or you know, you've got something tying you back to wherever you started from. Yeah, or just do it in small bits, like me and my family have done. Well, I've done probably more so. I've really only, there's still a couple of states or territories in Australia that I haven't been to. I haven't actually been across to the west, so when I get an adventure bike, definitely going to make the effort to take a trip across to Western Australia on it. Yeah, but that's at least a few years down the track before I get an adventure bike, let alone doing that trip. Just going to put a little bit more space between me and the car in front, because you can probably tell there is dust coming up everywhere. Yeah, that's just something I think you really should do, is see a bit of your country and enjoy it. Alright, I think there's some people that would say, oh, half of Australia is just a desert, why would you bother? But I'm of the opinion it's still your country, you should still see it. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. This will be the last clip I do, because I'm going to be focusing on getting home. Next video after the Cooma run videos is probably going to be a dirt bike video. I think the plan is next weekend, a couple of mates and I are doing out behind the Reefton Spur, the dirt tracks. I think that's our plan. I think it was next weekend, or it's the weekend after. Either way, that'll be what the next video is. It'll be a fair while. Actually, it'll be probably the week after this final video. But these videos are probably not going to be coming out until like this will probably be coming out just before Christmas, or just after Christmas. I'm going to spread out the videos to not overwhelm me with my content. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.